Hi guys, it's Bella and welcome to Beauty on a Budget. I wanted to share with you some of the body care items I used today. I think a lot of us, including myself in the past, have, we consider our faces and the treatments for our faces and sort of our necks and our décolleté, but sometimes our body goes a little bit neglected. I've been guilty of that in the past, I've got to admit, but I found a few things now that are very economical and they seem to keep my body sort of smooth, well, as far as the skin goes anyway. We won't go there about the rest of it. But as far as the skin goes, it keeps my body quite smooth. So they're just a few tips that, that work for me, and maybe they could work for you too. So I'll share those with you. Now, the first thing I always look for when I'm having a shower is a moisturising shower gel. This particular one is the xxxxx Moisture Plus. It's very creamy. It puts moisture in your skin. There's lots of good ones. Dove is a lovely one. But anything that contains moisture. You don't want to be put, as lovely as those fresh ones are, and I loved kind of the apples and the, the springy smelling ones. They can be quite drying. So the first step, I would say, when you have your shower is to use a moisturising shower gel. Okay guys, so the second step, now I do once every 3 nights, and then 2 nights I do what I'm about to show you now. I always shave my legs, and I don't use an electric razor. I use just an ordinary lady razor, Sometimes I get the really economical ones. You can get 3 in a pack, or you can get that Gillette do some lovely ones, lady shavers. But what I shave my legs with is coconut oil. So I'm in the shower, I've washed myself down with my moisturising body cream, body shower gel, and then I get a dry flannel, and I sort of par dry my legs, I'm still in the shower, but I stand away from it. And I par dry my legs. And then I apply a generous helping of coconut oil over my legs. And then I use my lady razor and I shave my legs. So when my legs have been shaved, they're lovely and soft, This leaves them lovely and soft. I do the same under my arms. So when I've done that, guys, if on this particular night I come out of the shower and I apply my body cream. Now this is a lovely one. I love the vitamin E, guys, from Superdrug. It's a lovely body cream. Smells absolutely gorgeous. So I've come out the shower, I've shaved my legs, towel dry. What I normally do, I tend to do, is I put a towel round me and I just sort of air dry rather than rub. I just let it air dry. Then when I'm all dry, I apply my cream. So that would be, say, 1 night or 2 nights. And then the opposite nights, when I'm not doing that, I do the same with my shower gel. I call them shower creams, so I keep in mind it's got to be a cream and not too astringency, if you know what I mean. So I always call them shower creams. So when I've done that, the next thing I do is I exfoliate. I use I'm sorry, I hope you can see with the light, guys. I use the vitamin E one again. Again, I love that range, guys, you know that. So I apply that very mildly all over my arms. I don't tend to do the trunk part of my body. I do my arms and my legs because that doesn't seem to need it so much. It's my arms and legs that seem to get quite dry, probably because that's where I self-tan a lot. But you know, your elbows and your knees and the places you get dry. So I apply, that's my thing, I apply that. Now if I'm doing my legs, I apply it on my legs and I use my sponge or my hands and I just rub all that all round your feet. And then I've got one of these little brushes, and on my heels and on my knees and my ankle bone, I go round with this. Anywhere that's sort of harder, anywhere that tends to get harder skin, I just go round with the exfoliator and use that brush. And then I rinse off very, very well, come out the shower, I put the towel around myself again, and then I self-tan. Now in the winter, if it was the winter, I would just use, because I don't self-tan in the winter, guys, I use my ordinary vitamin E cream again. If it's the summer, I use my Garnier, this one's called Summer Body Moisturising. It's lovely because it's a moisturiser, but it's a self-tan as well. Now I use the light one because I'm quite fair-skinned, and I don't like a false looking tan. I mean, I've said to you before, guys, I live in the northwest of England, and if I was to go out with a tropical sun, everybody would see it's so obviously false because we just don't get that sort of weather around here. But we can get a glow, you know, and I like a bit of a glow, especially when you're wearing, you know, pale colours in the summer and white vests. It's nice to have that little bit of a glow, isn't it? So I use that one. I'd say probably I'd say alternate nights, or 2 nights on, 2 nights off. But I use this. So let's go over that again. Always use a good moisturising shower gel. We don't want nothing to strip our skin of any oils. So that would be first. Then if we're on the nights where we're not self-tanning, partly dry the bottom of my legs and smother them with this, which is coconut oil. Use your razor and shave the areas you need to shave. Come out the shower, towel dry, or put the towel around yourself like I do. I don't like to rub too much because if you self-tan, you don't need to rub too much. Not on the nights you're not applying the self-tan. You do need to get rid of that self-tan, but that would be the next night, if you know what I mean. So when you come out, let your self-towel dry, and your tan should still be there nicely from the day before. Then apply your moisturiser all over your body. And then alternate night, use your, I can't stress enough to use a moisturising shower cream. Then exfoliate. Arms and legs. I don't do my body. I don't exfoliate my body. I just use my arms and legs. And with a brush, I use the where the skin's harder, and you know it can attract a lot of, if you self-tan, it can go a bit darker there, so you've got to keep those areas soft. So exfoliate my arms and legs, and then I put on this and rub around the ankle bone and the knees and the elbows. And then I use this, which is lovely and soft. It's just like a moisturiser. Rub it in well. I'll tell you what I do. I put it all over my legs first. Really massage it in. It doesn't streak. I've never had streaking from this Garnier one. Rub it all in well, and then I get a tissue and I blocked my knees and I blocked my ankle bone, because that's the area where it tends to pull in. Even if you exfoliate, that area is always a little drier. So that's what I do, just block my knees and block my ankles, and then I do the top of my body, and again I block my elbows with the tissue, because that's the area, even you can see that that area is always a bit darker. So that's my skincare routine, guys, as far as my body goes. Now, they're not expensive products. Probably the most expensive out of them all is this one, and I guess this one's about £5. But it lasts a good while, because I only use it every other night, and I don't, as I say, I don't self-tan in the summer, in the winter. These two products, which I love Vitamin E, you know I love it for my face, guys. Superdrug Vitamin E range is one of my favourite brands. My coconut oil I get from Asda's, but you can get coconut oil in a lot of places. But this one's a really nice one. It's the one I use it for my face. I take my eye makeup off with it. I do my first cleanse with it. I love it. Little brush I got from Home Bargins. And just any shower cream that's delicate and creamy. You don't want anything that's going to strip the skin. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that and being with me today. I wanted to do an upcare because it's update on my skin body care products, because it's always the face, isn't it? And the body matters as well, really. Of course it does. So I'm updated you on that one. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'll see you again on Friday. I think I might do some nail care. We'll see. I'll see you Friday, guys. You take care of yourselves, and I love you all. Bye. Bye.